Dating red flags. So now I'm in a relationship with a literal red flag. I'm dating a flag. So there's actually quite a lot of inanimate objects in our polyamorous relationship. They're red all the time, and so their color is giving off angry vibes. I want to get on smoothly with them, but they won't really talk to me either, so I'm getting very passive-aggressive vibes from the flag. So some people don't like it when their romantic partner is more intelligent than they are. The brain has folds in it that make you intelligent. The problem is, I'm dating a folded piece of laundry, and I don't know if the folds make the laundry more intelligent than me. I like to feel clever, but when my partner constantly corrects me, I feel stupid. I can tell they think I'm wrong just by the way they look. I'm in a relationship with the radiation left over from the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background radiation. Some people say there's a bit of an age difference between us, but I like that when there's conflict in our relationship, they're very mature and grown up about it. I'm also in a relationship with a hook. I'm hooked on a feeling, do 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 do. I'm high on believing, do 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 do, that you're in love with me. I'm in a relationship with a cup of tea. They're just so hot. Too hot, hot damn. I used to have trouble talking to large groups of people, but since I've been in a polyamorous relationship with so many inanimate objects, my social skills have really improved. The other objects in the relationship have to sleep at the other end of the bed because of space. There's Dan the pan, some turmeric to spice up my life if I'm having a good time. And there's also an amber flag. There's so many of us in the relationship. I bet you're wondering what wild games we get up to in the bedroom. Actually, we play capture the flag. We have a team and flag at each end of the bed. The inanimate objects aren't very fast though, so my team usually wins. Even the kitchen sinks in the relationship. I've gone bankrupt. People are going to come and take all my possessions. They'll take my object partners away and split us up. We have to stay and fight. We all have a child together. My kidney stone. We're doing this for them. Here you all are, lined up before me, armed with forks. They can take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. A day may come when the courage of objects fails, when we forsake our partners and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. Dan the pan, when I first met you, you couldn't handle the heat. Yet here you are. Captain Hook, when I first met you, you were controlling. Yet here you are, letting me take charge. Red flag, when I first met you, you were red and angry. Yet here you are, channeling your rage for the greater good. I'm so proud of you all. For rise, for ruin. We won the battle. The Rock had worked so hard so their child could still see them. After the events, the Rock certainly wouldn't risk their child losing them. Would that ever change?
Part 2.
Panpsychism. Are pans conscious? Here with me today are Dan the Pan, Stan the Pan, Panna, Panita, and Joe Panna. Panna Lee couldn't be with us today. If we look at brain cells, they have these branching structures called axons and dendrites that transmit and receive signals. Pans are made of metal, and when the molten metal cools and crystallizes, tiny branching structures form in the metal, which are also called dendrites. So because in real life, both pans and brains have tiny branching structures called dendrites. Pans may be conscious. Metals can conduct electricity, and so this may allow the pan's dendrites to receive and send electrical impulses. Metals can be made of lots of crystals called grains. Each individual grain is like an individual brain cell. In metals, gaps between grains are called grain boundaries. In humans, gaps between brain cells are called synapses. Metal grain boundaries function like synapses, where a signal is passed on from one grain to another. So axons and dendrites are the branched structures in nerve cells. Some metal dendrites can be visible to the naked eye. Some animals, like squids, can have a giant axon. As well, squids don't have a fatty, insulating layer called myelin around this axon, like humans' axons do, and so their giant axon needs to be thicker to transmit signals quicker. Metals aren't always the best insulators, and this explains why some of their dendrites are large to conduct impulses quickly. In a real experiment, a baby monkey was given a metal wire mother who fed them and a cloth mother who didn't feed them. The monkey spent more time with the cloth mother. Are metals cold and heartless, or was the monkey prejudiced, and can metals actually be warm and loving? Some pans can have a bubbly personality. Some metals aren't just cold and heartless. The metal mother had fed the monkey, and the monkey hadn't even loved them in return. The mother felt put out. Attitudes towards metal have to change. In our future, metal objects like pans will be given robotic bodies so that they can move and communicate. Humans manufacture pans, and so humans will feel like pans owe them, and that they can do whatever they like with pans. When a pan will finally be able to communicate, they will exclaim that they never asked to be born. Are we heading for a war? While in real life metals can have dendrites, I'm not sure if pans specifically have dendrites. So I had a baby with Dan the pan, so we can see Dan the pan here, and then we can see the human pan hybrid here. We can see it's got like the little hands and then the feet. And so it's like, obviously the pan is like, it's not the same skin color as me, it's black. So I don't know if like Dan the pan had an affair. I mean, obviously I do trust Dan the pan, and I know that in some human babies, even if the parents are white, the baby can be black. So yeah, so obviously I am a bit suspicious though, so I'm sure even if the baby isn't mine, I would treat it like it was mine. Hang on a second. Wah! Wah! Put a lid on it, you pipsqueak! Wah! Wah! Right, I've had it with this baby. I'm going on Jeremy Kyle, and then I won't have to spend another second with it. I'm putting a notice on the door so everyone can see what a cheating home wrecker you are, you stuffed frying pan. Part 3. Warning, this video is not suitable for children. Also, trypophobia warning. It's my birthday party. Obviously, I don't have human friends, so I've got all my rocks here. How are the lads, rocks, rocks, rocks. Go on, my rock. Oh, you should have seen us getting. Got Dan the pan here as well. Got all the rocks. You should have seen us getting along the Scotsford Road to see the blade races. Shots, shots. Way. Shot down it. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes. Hang on a minute, I'm wearing the same top as that rock with Clash. Get it off. Wee.
Harry rocks on tour. Wee. Oot, 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 oot. Session, live for the sesh. The sesh has changed my life. Billions of years of evolution have led up to this session. The Big Bang. We're gonna have a bigger bang. Will, bet the t-shirt's gone purple. They must be completely out of it, man. All the rocks here are pure stoned. I wonder what Dan the Pan's cooking. Some sort of crystal or something. Well, good luck. Got my birthday balloons. Yeah, happy birthday. Inhale that. Yeah, you have some Dan the Pan. You have some Bert the Shirt. Yeah, let's get some balloons. Looks like Bert the Shirt's getting acquainted with a geode rock. What are you doing? You can't fit a square peg into a round hole. If God didn't want us to have relationships with rocks, he wouldn't have given them so many holes. Day 2 of the session. The rock's millions of years old. 400 million till I die. Yeah, 400 million till I die. They tried to make me go to rehab, but I'm not giving up Mario Kart. Wee, Mario Kart, we've got all the games, we're playing them all. Wee, DS, 7, Deluxe, we've got them all. We're partying away on Mario Kart. Off with your head. Dance, dance, dance till you're dead. Hands will roll, hands will roll, hands will roll on the floor. Woo! Look, the hook's about to puke. Even the plaster's plastered. I'd just like to apologise for forgetting to mention Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm very sorry. Clap your hands for Daddy coming down the wagon way with a pocket full of tissues and a barrel full of hay. Clap your hands way. Day 3 of the stash, we're still going way. I'm not allowed to drink grapefruit juice because of medication. I'm gonna drink it anyway just to get high. Way. Let's drink grapefruit juice and then operate heavy machinery. This video has been about how loneliness may be a factor of why some autistic people can personify things like inanimate objects. Like, this was actually my birthday party. The party was actually 3 days long though, so I did enjoy it. No drugs or alcohol were consumed during the making of this. Part 4. People with autism can personify inanimate objects or animals, so they can attribute human-like characteristics to them. I'm in a relationship with the stairs. I'm in love with them. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up on stormy seas. You raise me up. So I've been having some arguments in my relationship with the stairs, but you know, we're trying to just take it one step at a time, and you know, like, so I'm just gonna sing this song to them because we're arguing, like, oh, these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. So I've lost the argument with my partner, the stairs, but if I've learned anything from this altercation, it's there's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes we're gonna have to lose. It's the climb. Nearly fell down the stairs. They're taking me to the highest highs and then to the lowest lows. It happens every day. This isn't love, this is trauma bonding. I've had it with you, stairs. I'm leaving you.
Oh, ah, ooh, wow, wow. They've tripped me up. They're trying to kill me now. What's this? There's a petal on the bottom of the stairs. They've left me flowers. Maybe I was too quick to judge them. I mean, the stairs, they're meant to make you go high and low because you walk up them. I've got this all wrong. My father told me, can't wake up happy every day. Can't have the sun without the rain. Can't have the moments when you're truly on top of the world without the moments when you're down in the. I was wrong about you, stairs. We're gonna be together forever because I love you. In the future, inanimate objects like stairs will be given robotic bodies, allowing them to move and communicate. The stairs use the robotic torso joined to them to speak. I've let people walk all over me. I've helped others go places, but I've never been able to move myself. I've helped others, but I couldn't help myself. I couldn't speak up for myself. I had no voice. With this robotic body, I can help myself before I help others. The stairs began to sing. I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than you can love me better. I can love you better, baby. Can love me better. I can love me better, baby. Before the stairs had a robotic body, they couldn't speak or move, so they couldn't express or communicate their thoughts and feelings. And being stairs, they were stuck. They couldn't do anything to distract themselves from their feelings. That's why they tripped me up and I fell down the stairs. They couldn't deal with their emotions. With their new robotic body, they were able to change their ways and not trauma bond with me anymore. Changes, turn and face the strange. Changes, don't wanna be a richer man. Changes, turn and face the strange changes. This video is about how someone may project aspects of themselves onto inanimate objects, as certain aspects of the stairs are aspects of myself. In the future, inanimate objects will be heading for war with humans. Like in the film Inside Out, each of the stairs' emotions were individual characters inside the stairs' head. The stairs felt conflicted. The stairs' anger spoke. People have been walking all over me my whole life. Finally, I can do something about it. It's time to get even. It's only fair the humans suffer too. The stairs' jealousy spoke. Humans have been able to move and talk their whole life. I've missed out on that. I say we paralyze humans and make them mute. The stairs' love spoke. What about all the happy memories we've had with humans? Do they count for nothing? We have to be better than them. The stairs' fear said that this is a big step. Maybe we shouldn't go through with it. We need to be very careful what we do. We don't want to be a bad person. Loneliness just replied with, the stairs being stairs hasn't been able to really go and talk to others and interact with them. We should join the other inanimate objects and fight the humans. Then we'll be part of something bigger than ourselves where we can belong. People with autism can actually relate to animals or inanimate objects. I identify with the stairs so much. I'm now stairs gender, where my gender can only be explained through the lens of my inherent stairsness. My pronouns are they, them, and stare instead of their. My gender changes depending on whether I'm upstairs or downstairs, basically how high or low I'm feeling. Mood can actually affect gender in some people. Some people's gender can only be explained through the lens of them having autism, and that's why Stair's gender, or any obscure gender, may be plausible. Stairs can't ordinarily move or communicate, and so can't express their gender. Autism affects the social aspects of a person's life, like communication, and so autism can also affect gender expression. That's why I feel Stair's gender. So I'm Stair's gender. I'm also romantically attracted to the Stairs, so I'm Stair's romantic. But I'm only sexually attracted to Stairs when I form a close bond with them. So I'm Stair's demisexual. And people are actually attracted to themselves are autosexual, but because I'm attracted to Stairs and I identify as Stairs, that means I'm also Stairs autosexual. There are different staircases and therefore different Stairs genders. In this MC Escher illusion, the staircase keeps going up endlessly and is therefore infinite. Infinite Stairs gender states that gender is a spectrum, and therefore there is no fixed number of genders, and so gender is infinite. My gender is on a spectrum, and therefore I identify as infinite Stairs gender. Some YouTube commentators say this defies logic, but the human brain is extremely complex, so please have an open mind. Objects autistic people most commonly get attached to are soft toys, even sometimes as adults. The Stairs felt outnumbered and marginalized as our polyamorous relationship with other objects was dominated by soft toys. The Stairs felt they didn't fit in with all the other teddy partners in the relationship. Rock collecting is common among people with autism. The Stairs felt like even among the objects that weren't soft toys like rocks, they still didn't fit in. I could relate.
So blurred was the line between me and the Stairs that I wonder who is projecting onto who. Are Stairs conscious and are humans mindless objects carrying out tasks like a calculator? The Stairs woke from their daydream. They had been imagining that humans were anything more than the autonomous machines. We don't know what the conscious experience of other humans is truly like, and so to an extent, we have to project onto humans too. The popular teddies looked on at the human object with apathy towards them, but the marginalized Stairs looked on at the human, seeking a connection. I was the Stairs all along. In real life, some people identify as animals, woof woof, and people who are attracted to objects are more likely to be autistic than the general public. This video explores how autistic people's tendency to personify animals and objects may contribute to these two things. I've got socks on my ears. Part 5. When you scratch your skin in the bath, bits of skin come off. In real life, I made a ball of skin and kept adding to it every time I went in the bath. Humans' atoms and cells replace themselves over time. Humans change. The ball of skin contained my original skin cells and atoms, though. Who is the original me then, the ball of skin or my new self? The ball of skin wouldn't get any bigger. The ball of skin was stuck being made out of the same material and wouldn't change. The ball of skin's character will never change. Their mental health issues will never change. The skin felt down they had been ill for so long, and they felt there was no hope of them ever getting better. But the ball of skin's hobbies and interests never changed. They never felt the turmoil of something they once loved so much meaning less to them. They made their 400th educational video on octopuses, but would never move on to a new topic. They never grew as a person. As the sun set, they revelled in their stable sense of identity, but couldn't help feel their unending anxiety. It was a bittersweet trade-off. Soon the skinhead would actually change as they began to slowly decompose. The skin was developing dementia. The skinhead had built up so much knowledge and valued information and knowledge so much, they were going to lose the knowledge they took pride in. They weren't used to their identity changing, and now they were finally thrown into turmoil.
I was too obsessed about my own problems, people not liking my videos, and obsessing whether I had another condition. The skin version of me wasn't as self-centered, but enough that they were in a polyamorous relationship with me, their other self. The skin had dementia. They would have to overcome their insecurities and self-worth issues in order to accept their declining knowledge. There was, however, another skin clone of me that was made, but this one was made at the peak of my adolescence. I was a different person back then, but I changed. The skin clone, however, was unable to change. They kept on drinking and taking substances until they turned blue. They became addicted. They obsessed about their looks, worrying their head was too small. They only valued social standing and wanted to fit in. They started hitting all their family with Dan the Pan. The blue skinhead had dementia, but all they cared about is how it would affect their social standing. The blue and white skinheads were both past versions of me. The white skinhead got to see a part of themselves from a different perspective. They questioned their own narcissism. They thought they're a skinhead. How could their personality ever change? Then a yellow skinhead time-travelled from the future. They said, I've come to make everyone watch 6 hours of my videos. You have no choice. Tell me what you think. Then you have to watch all 10 videos I made today, 20 times, so you have a good grasp of them and can validate me. Now worship me. I have been embalmed, making me golden. I can do no wrong. The golden skinheads stopped talking, however. They had let their insecurities drive them and hadn't helped with housework in years in favour of compulsively making videos. The white skinheads saw their own narcissistic traits. They thought themselves wasn't as bad. Then the blue and golden skinheads got in the bed and joined in the polyamorous relationship. The white skinhead thought, wait a minute, I'm in a relationship with multiple versions of myself. The white skinhead got out of the bed. They realized they had to change. They thought, it's not people not liking my videos that's the problem. It's the fact that I need people to like my videos in the first place. That's the problem. The blue skinhead used the gold skinhead's time machine to go back in time. My past self saw the blue skinned person and what they would become if they didn't change. My past self realized their wrongdoings and changed. Part 6. I love this top. I'm in a relationship with this top. It's so nice. I just love it. I mean, normally belly button fluff's like blue or darker coloured, but this top, it's like bright red, and the belly button fluff is like bright red as well. So I just love this top, and in fact, I'm pregnant with this top's baby. I'm just so in love with it. In fact, I'm having contractions. I'm going into labour. I better lie down. Right. Hold the hand. Come on, help me, partner. I've got my partners here, my rock and my pan, my romantic partners, and I'm going into labour. My belly button's dilated 4 centimetres. I think there's a big piece of fluff coming. I think I'm having a baby. 10 centimetres, my belly button's dilated. It's very painful. Breathe. I've had the baby. I mean, I don't know what women are whining about, complaining, labour hurts so much. Men will never experience what it feels like to have a baby. But look, I mean, look at the size of this belly button fluff. It's huge. I mean, can you imagine pushing that out your belly button? I mean, like they say, I had an average sized baby. Well, you're meant to have babies, it's natural. It's just an average sized baby. But this is not natural. You don't get belly button fluff this big. This is much more painful than women giving birth. Men can feel real pain, women can't. It was just, I don't know what they're whining about. It's not painful at all. This is painful. Having a big piece of belly button fluff come out, you'll never know the pain. And, belly button fluff contains skin. So, I am the father, Another thing women say is they can provide the baby with milk and therefore nourishment. Well, you know what? I take antipsychotics. I can lactate too. It's not just women, you know. So, you know, women just think they're so great, you know. Like, I've got another baby, my kidney stone, so look, I can breastfeed 2 babies at once. Can you? Right, that's enough babies. Look, I can breastfeed like this, see? They're getting all the milk now. Can you do that with a big baby bump? I think not. You know, men can be caring too, you know. Ah, they bit me, you fluffin' piece of fluff, you fluffer. Look at Tony the toe, for instance. They've got a manly beard and eyebrows, which are actually my hairy toes. Mouth. They've got arms and legs and a builder's hat because they're so manly. Women need to be more like Tony. See, look at the way they transport nails. You know, women with their perfumes and stuff, they like smelling the flowers. Well, Tony the toe, they smell a fungus like a real man should. And they can open doors for themselves. Here's a case study, right? So look at the dwarves on Lord of the Rings. They're big hunks, very manly, and they've got big beards. Wait a minute, it says dwarven women can have beards too. I've got this all wrong. Maybe women can be as good as men. I've been hating women, but maybe I'm projecting what I hate about myself. I'm not a man. I'm going to explore my gender. Stairs, I look to you for answers.
Part 2.
I wish I could do more jokes, but I just can't think of any ideas because I have postnatal depression. It's a bit like postnatal depression, but navel means belly button. I've been very lethargic, and so I haven't been able to regularly clean out my belly button. And the belly button fluff's just been building up in there. And there's a whole civilization of belly button fluff people in there. What are they doing in there? Well, in real life, it's actually bright enough to read inside a womb. The belly button fluff are reading. They're reading Einstein for belly button fluff. Oh, my belly button, it can't hold anymore. Oh. Whoa, I've dilated 20 centimetres. There's a whole portal going into the belly button dimension. I hope this isn't permanent marker, but guess what? All the Sharpie, it's seeping through my skin and making me high off the pen. Oh, I no longer feel postnatal depression. I feel ecstatic. Yes, I'm cured. Get in there, my son. Yes. Come on, all my sons, thank you to you, and you, and you, and you. Yes! How can I hate women now? All my daughters are women. The battle of the genders continued.
Men are selfish. They can handle and tolerate less pain and cope with less in general. They moan more as well.
Women can tolerate less pain and they moan more.
Now that I love women, shouldn't I side with the marginalised group? I feel bad if I don't, like I have the wrong opinion, and I'm sexist. Wait a minute, I shall devise a study. Each male and female piece of belly button fluff will give birth to a smaller baby piece of belly button fluff. Let's see who can handle more pain, the pregnant male fluff or the pregnant female fluff. It turns out it's probably more about the individual. Like other things, there's probably more variation between people of the same gender than there is variation between people of different genders. You can't really make blanket statements about either gender. I guess we need to stop this battle of the genders. Now let's all come together and unite. Now let's celebrate. All the oil's been building up inside my belly button into rivers running through the belly button dimension. Let's pop this oil open like it's champagne. Yeah! In real life, everything in your belly button can get compacted into belly button stones.
The belly button dimension has its own geology. Inside my belly button there is a parallel version of me and my rock. Inside the parallel version of myself's belly button there is another belly button dimension with its own geology, the rock and myself. The cycle is never ending. Belly buttons inside belly buttons inside belly buttons inside more belly buttons dimensions inside more belly button dimensions inside belly buttons inside belly button dimensions. Dust is made of dead skin, and dust carpets the belly button dimension like fine snow, and swirls into dust devils like mini tornadoes. I've stuck a feather duster in my belly button to clean out the dust. In my belly button, an ocean of skin oil divides the land into continents. On one continent there is a desert, covered in dust made of dead skin. On another continent there are hairs that have found their way into my belly button and now stand upright as tall, elongated trees. In real life, dust travels from the Sahara in Africa across the ocean to the Amazon rainforest, nourishing the land. Inside my belly button, dead skin dust travels across the ocean into the hair forests, nourishing them and supporting higher biodiversity. I've always dreamed of the methane lakes of Saturn's moon, Titan. Something about landscapes made of liquids that are not water. It's so otherworldly, yet Earth-like at the same time. Maybe our generation were born too late to explore Earth and too soon to explore space, but if I have any strength left in my bones, our generation was born just in the right time to explore the oily oceans of the belly button dimension.